Welcome everyone to Dead Talk Live. I'm your host Viz from Walking Dead Now. Want to welcome all of our viewers tonight, new and regular. If you are joining us for the first time and want more information about our show, please visit our website at deadtalklive.com. And as always, it will be greatly appreciated if you haven't already done so to visit our YouTube channel, which is called Walking Dead Now, and please subscribe. I want to thank everyone for joining me tonight. It's always a pleasure. It is Walking Dead Sunday. Every Sunday is Walking Dead Sunday. Want to welcome Hard Productions from YouTube. Saz is going to be handling the text chats tonight, and I'll be talking to you guys live on the air. Ryland Brooks is with us also on YouTube. Andrew is joining us. Nugs is joining us on YouTube. Joanne is from Florida on Facebook. Welcome, Joanne. Let me scroll up on the Instagram. AMX is with us. Marcia, Jid, Carlos. Let's see. Duda, Julie. Hello, Julie. Gala. AMX is saying hi to everyone. Tyler. C. Manuel. PR. Evelyn is saying hello. VJ PR is with us. Duda is giving us a purple love heart. Thank you, Duda. Antonia is with us on Instagram. Julie is saying hi. I7Z is with us. Lucas is from Brazil. Welcome, Lucas from Brazil. VJ is sending love from India. That's awesome. Thank you for being with us, VJ. Antonia has given us a smiley love face. Right back at you, Antonia. Evelyn is asking how are we doing tonight. I'm doing pretty well, Evelyn. Hope you're doing pretty good as well. AMX, our regular, says, sorry I haven't watched your live. I've been trying to catch up with my sleep schedule. I know what you mean, AMX. Yes. Not enough hours in the day. I know exactly what you're talking about. iCruiser, another regular, is joining us on Instagram. Addison, iCruiser is saying hello. Addison is waving at us. Hello, Addison. Antonia is saying hello. Let's see. Sexy Mitzi is with us. Roya has just joined us. Elise is with us. BIJ is saying hi. Let's see. Who else do we have? JV has joined us. Maddie has joined us. Venomous has joined us. Samuel has joined us. AE. A. Elk has joined us. Marinos. Kimmy has joined us. Marinos is saying Kalimera. Kalimera Marinos. It's good to have you back. Reb36 is with us. Roy is from the Philippines. Welcome, Roy. Hello, JV. Yorkwin. VJ wants to know, what is your favorite character from The Walking Dead? If I had a gun to my head and I absolutely had to pick one, I would say Rick Grimes. SY has joined us. Let's see. And Roya is giving us a thumbs up. All right. Let's going back over here to the YouTube, Facebook, Twitter people. Penna is with us on Facebook from Pasay City. Joseph from the Philippines on Facebook. Summer, our longtime regular, is with us on YouTube. Gypsy Road, longtime regular, YouTube. I'm going to be on Gypsy Road's channel this coming Tuesday. He's doing a horror special stream at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So if you guys want to watch that, which should be a lot of fun, it's on Gypsy Road's YouTube channel. And that's the name of his channel, Gypsy Road. Stephanie Ruiz is saying hello. Hello, Stephanie. Let's see. Ned and Ted are saying hi on YouTube. Gypsy's excited for the show. Rye Guy saying hi on YouTube. Penaflor says, I'm an avid fan of The Walking Dead. That is awesome. Welcome to our show where we talk about the Walking Dead universe. R.I.P. Glenn Rhee. That is such a cool YouTube name. Rest in peace, Glenn Rhee from YouTube. You deserve a shout out. R.I.P. Glenn Rhee. What's up, man? Thank you for joining us. Raquel with us from Facebook. From Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico's in the house. I love Puerto Rico. Keelan from YouTube is saying hello. Jesse on Facebook saying beautiful morning from the beautiful people in the Philippines. Yes, lots of beautiful people in the Philippines. Joanne is asking how am I doing tonight? Pretty good. Pretty good. James Dias Sr. is with us on Facebook. I think you're Louisiana, Le Compete, unless I'm totally misreading that, James. R.I.P. Glenn Ree writes, I feel special now. It's an awesome name, Glenn. That's a kick-ass YouTube name. Aaron is with us on Facebook saying hello. Sarah and Doyen is saying hello. I hope everyone is doing well. It's, Sunday, end of the weekend. Kind of sucks. I got to tell you guys a funny story. I was debating whether or not to share this with you guys. But over this last week, we have been receiving Amazon packages here at my house that we did not order. And it's not like anybody hacked into our accounts. It's people sending us these things, random things. It's not being charged to our account. And today we received another one. Now, you're like, okay, probably happened to some of you. This is the first time it's happened to us. But the thing that makes it kind of funny is today they sent us a sex toy. I'm not going to say what kind of sex toy it is. But my wife was mortified. And I wake up and she's like, look what they sent us. And I'm looking at it. It's a white box. And I'm trying to read it. I just woke up and my eyes are all blurry as shit. And I'm like, is that what I think it says? And she's like, yep. I was like, damn. I'm like, did you order this? And she's like, no. I'm like, I didn't order this. So we're trying to figure out what to do with this thing. And I'm like, just throw it away. Just throw it away. If somebody wants to send us these kind of gifts, I don't know. I've been an Amazon. My son just messaged me. He's watching upstairs, my youngest. If I knew he was watching, I would not have just said that. But he just told me to give it away as a prize. And I can hear his ass laughing right now. He told me to give it away. And he is laughing his ass off upstairs. He is laughing his ass off. I would not have said that if I knew my 14-year-old son was watching. I would have kept that to myself. But the cat's out of the bag. Anyway, I don't know why I decided to share that. Gypsy says, I'll take your gift. Gypsy, you don't even know what it is. It's a sex toy. It could be... yeah, be careful what you ask for, Gypsy, because I will send it to you. Brianna is laughing on Facebook. So I don't know how many of you guys had this happen to you, where you just received an anonymous Amazon package. Not that your account was hacked, but somebody's just sending you these things. And I don't know if that's happened to anybody. We've been Amazon customers for a long time, and it's the first time that it's happened to us. Anyways, moving on to Walking Dead stuff. Are you guys enjoying those Walking Dead exclusive videos that I've been posting yesterday and today? Just a little side note for the YouTube people that are not living in North America. Those exclusive videos are being blocked by YouTube outside of North America, primarily the United States and Canada. But they are up without any problems on our Instagram and Facebook. So I posted 2 exclusives, very hard to find, on 2 particular episodes so far. I have one for like every episode that's ever been made. Yesterday I posted one about the episode where Beth died. And today I posted one of where Rick slaughters Gareth. and it's interviews with the cast and crew. It's awesome. Like I said, if you're not able to, if you're not living in North America, it's blocked by YouTube. AMC is blocking it on YouTube if you're outside of North America. But if you head on over to our Instagram or Facebook, they don't have a problem with it. So it's up there if you guys want to check it out. And I like doing that. I like posting exclusives that are kind of hard to find. And like I said, I have one for almost every episode that was ever made. So if you guys have, they're not long. They're anywhere between 3 to 6 minutes each. And if you guys want to hear the actors and the cast and crew and talking about a particular episode, and you want information about a particular episode, just let me know which episode, and I'll try to get that exclusive on there for you. They're pretty cool, and like I said, they're kind of hard to find. So I hope you guys are enjoying them. Duda is asking, which character do you think shouldn't have died in The Walking Dead? Abraham. I don't think Abraham should have died. I think Abraham really could have been great in the Savior War and into the Whisperer War. Michael Cudlitz is awesome. I would have liked to seen Abraham survive. Glenn, a lot of people will say, what? Not Glenn? Glenn dying, as tragic as that was a great shocker. We knew it happened in the comics and everything, and they threw us off by having Negan kill Abraham first. They did that on purpose to throw us off and think that Glenn would be spared. But no, they gave us a double doozy on that one. Double doozy. Andrew Valentine writes Carl. He's on my list as well. And Noah's on my list as well. I would have kind of interested to see what Noah might have developed into. Kind of. Anise is with us on Facebook from Belize. Awesome, Belize. Denelson is from Brazil on Facebook. Rika on Facebook. I've been a fan of The Walking Dead since 5th grade. That is awesome. Geneva Diaz on Facebook says, I love Glenn. R.I.P. Glenn rewrites, I think Beth should have lasted longer. She's another one. The list is endless, guys. All the characters that we have lost, we would have liked to see more of, but, there are no happy endings in The Walking Dead. There are no happy endings. And today, we're going to be doing an interesting topic. I'm going to put you guys to the test today. We are, I don't know how many of you guys got to see the title of today's show, but we are doing the most misunderstood characters of The Walking Dead. And I'm not going to be reading a top 10 list or anything like that. Today is something I created all on my own. What I did is I created a slide of pictures. And on each slide is 2 characters. And you guys, I'm going to put you to the test. It's not a test, really. It's an opinion on which one out of the 2 characters that are on each slide do you guys feel is the most misunderstood character. So that's going to be very interesting. And I bet we're going to get split reactions from everybody on some of the slides. Some of the slides are like kind of a no-brainer. Some of them are kind of hard to pick one out of the 2 that you feel is the most misunderstood character on The Walking Dead. So we're going to be getting to that after we get through our announcements and stuff. But that is what we are going to be talking about today. Sheila is with us on Facebook. Sarah Stocks is with us, saying, I agree. Beth was just coming into her own. Sarah is from Facebook. I'm a Carl is on Facebook with us. Gypsy says, I'll be right back. He's making ribs and he has to cut them. So there's been a lot of conflicting articles today in regards to premiere dates. Of course, people are jumping the gun and they're posting speculation and rumors. let's start with what is fact. Yesterday, Skybound held their panels, not associated with Comic-Con. Comic-Con is starting this Thursday. But Skybound, who is the partner of the Walking Dead franchise, held their own panel yesterday. And they went on to explain what's going on with the Rick Grimes movies. Give us an update, because a lot of fans are starting to get worried that the Rick Grimes movies might be in jeopardy. So they did a really long bit on that, and I have a snippet of that article. We'll get to that in a second. But now the rumor part. At the end of some of these articles, and CC Wheezy, this is actually for you, CC Wheezy. CC Wheezy sent me an article from Forbes, and for me, Forbes is completely discredited. I considered Forbes to be a very reputable paper and online source, but some of the crap they're posting recently, it's like, what the hell? But CC, I sent you an article with a premiere date, and that was actually wrong. So I apologize for that, CC. The panel did happen yesterday, Skybound. They talked about the Rick Grimes movies. We're going to get to that in a second. The rumor is at the end of that article, they listed August 11th as the premiere date for Fear the Walking Dead. No, that was last year's premiere date for Fear the Walking Dead, I believe. And it was just an editor error, whatever, but it appeared in multiple articles that I've read in the last 20 hours, that because a lot of people took this and ran with the August 11th date. But if they took the time to check the calendar, they would see that August 11th is a Tuesday. And Fear the Walking Dead, any Walking Dead show, is not going to premiere on a Tuesday. So it's wrong. August 11th is the premiere date of a previous season. And it got mixed in with the article explaining Skybound's panel. So I wanted to clear that up. And we do not have a confirmed date for Fear the Walking Dead. I think it's most definitely going to be in sometime in August. That's what I think. When in August, I don't know, but it's a summer show. They have the first 8 episodes of Fear the Walking Dead already filmed, edited, ready to go. It's just a matter of airing them. So I think it's going to happen sometime in August. So we'll get to the Rick Grimes update in a second. Lenny James, who plays Morgan, was on last night on In With the Morgans. That's the show on AMC with J.D. Morgan and his wife Hillary. And Lenny James, plays Morgan, did confirm that he directed an episode on this upcoming season of Fear the Walking Dead. So that will be very interesting to see. Morgan directed one of the episodes on the upcoming season of Fear the Walking Dead. So I think that's kind of cool. You're welcome, CC Wheezy. If I'm wrong, I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. Muhammad has joined us. Tasty has joined us. Samantha saying hi to Saz. FA2 is with us. We got a whole bunch of new people. Let's see. Anna Linda on Facebook writes, I love Rick and Glenn. Hello from the Philippines. Judith on Facebook is waving at us. Hello, Judith. Glenn Ree writes, Heart Productions, I totally agree. Glenn wouldn't have been as stupid as Maggie. He would have waited and planned out the attacks with Rick, and all-out war would have went smoother. I agree with that. Geneva on Facebook writes, can't wait to watch. I miss them all. Yes, we all miss them. We all miss them. AMX on Instagram writes, I always knew he would direct an episode of Fear. Yeah, that's great news, and I'm looking forward to Lenny James, the episode that he directed, Robert Kirkman released some interesting news yesterday. So I did not know this. I don't know if anybody else knew this, But what the Walking Dead people wanted from AMC for season 1 is they wanted season 1 to be 13 episodes long. AMC would not sign off on that, not knowing how the show would fare. So they ended up, I guess compromising is the word you want to use, on a 6-episode season 1. But the interesting part is, what Kirkman revealed is that if it did go into a 13-episode premiere season, Shane would have been killed off at the end of season 1. I think that's fascinating. We would not have had Shane in season 2. So I got a little snippet from that article that I want to read to you guys. So now, Instagram people, I apologize for this. This is not fitting on your screen. The type is very small, and I'm going to read it out to you, so don't worry. But that's why, it's just too small. There's no way I could fit it into the Instagram screen and still be able to read it. But here's what it says. According to creator Robert Kirkman, however, Shane was supposed to die at the end of season 1. Had AMC ordered the expected 13-episode debut run instead of a limited 6, Shane would have been killed off in the first year before the group moved on to the farm. This would have massively changed events, as someone else would have had to step in as the antagonistic role, killing Otis and Randall and being an obstacle in the search for Carol's daughter, Sophia. Instead, Berenthal, John Berenthal is the actor who played Shane, got to stick around until the end of season 2. He later returned as Shane in Andrew Lincoln's final episode in season 9 as an injured Rick hallucinated his old friend turned enemy, showing that murdered Shane still weighed heavily on Rick all those years later. Even though Shane is long gone, this cameo opens the door for another return, perhaps via flashback in the upcoming Walking Dead movies. So that's a bit of fascinating information. I did not know that the idea at all was to have a 13-episode first season. In fact, while I was waiting for the show to premiere back in 2010, I just found it really odd that they were only doing 6 episodes. But AMC wanted to test the waters. This was a groundbreaking show, and they didn't know how it was going to do. So, they played it kind of safe, but give credit to AMC where credit is due. After season 1 and after season 2, they've really allowed The Walking Dead to, mostly be uncensored and left a lot of it up to them themselves. So, let's give credit where credit is due. Rick on Instagram is from Brazil. Welcome, Rick. AMX writes, I can't see Shane only lasting 1 season. Even if that 1 season AMX is 13 episodes long, which is more than double what we actually got for season 1. And like the article stated, this would have been well before they got to the farm. So I have no idea, and we'll never know what the original plan was on how to kill Shane off. But it leads to some interesting questions. It really does lead to some interesting questions. Andrew Valentine is giving us a thumbs up on Instagram. So, moving on. Let's see what we have. Princess, who is played by Paola Lazaro. This is funny. She thinks that Princess' bubbly personality is going to irritate the shit out of a more serious Maggie. And if you guys think about it, Maggie is, doesn't have the best sense of humor in the world. And Princess is like the complete opposite. All bubbly, and, she wears her heart on her sleeve from the little bit that we've seen of her. So this was revealed on In With the Morgans last night. And I have a little snippet of that as well. And I'll go ahead and read that to you guys too. So this is what Princess says. Looking to the future of the show, Jeffrey Dean Morgan expects that Negan will irritate Maggie once she returns. The actor chatted with TWD newcomer Paola Lazaro on his quarantine talk show Friday Night In with the Morgans, in which the latter discussed how she thinks her bubbly character, Princess, will annoy the heck out of the more serious Maggie. I think Princess and Negan will get along great, and that would be very interesting to see. But I think, and this is sad, I think I would irritate Maggie to the core, Lazaro said. She's a very serious woman, and she's going through a lot. And then I come along with this big smile, and I'm like, hey, I'm happy to be here. So I think she's right. I think Maggie is probably going to get a little irritated at Princess. Stuart Truthy is with us on Instagram. Welcome. AMX agrees so as well as far as Princess irritating Maggie. AMX also goes on to say, I can't imagine her meeting Daryl. But Daryl is going to put on his brooding face with Princess. But we know Daryl's got a big heart. Daryl's got a big, big heart, and I think he's going to accept her fairly quickly. I think he's going to accept Princess fairly quickly. But I totally see, Lazaro's point on the two huge differences between Princess and Maggie. How they're going to get along, for all we know, they're not even going to have that much screen time together. But if they do, it's going to be interesting. Voln has just joined us on Instagram and has given us a thumbs up. Thank you for joining us. Connor has also just joined us on Instagram. Welcome, Connor. So, moving on. Now, the panel news. Skybound. Rick Grimes movies. They discussed it in length yesterday. And that's a longer article piece. And I want to give you guys the information exactly as I read it. So, let's go ahead and let me read you what happened yesterday at Skybound's panel, which is the Walking Dead production partner, and what they had to say to sort of ease the fans' fears because of this delay, and rumors are speculating, false rumors, that the movies might not even be made. So here we go. All right. The film has been one of the best kept secrets of the past 2 years. But fans are beginning to worry and speculate that the film, which will star Andrew Lincoln, may not happen. We're coming along in a big way. We're just in this particular space where we have to be patient, says David Alpert. We can't shoot right now, so that's just the big thing holding us back. We are desperate to get back into production and get everything going, Alpert added. But we have something really exciting, really unique, really different, and can't wait to get it going. We just have to wait for it to be safe. It's been a year since the teaser trailer, the Rick Grimes movie, was shown at San Diego Comic-Con. Aside from someone on the production side occasionally saying that we are working on a script, there hasn't been much information revealed on what the film is about and who will be in the film. Robert Kirkman, the creator of The Walking Dead, believes that the delay and now the pandemic will actually help the film be even better. There's tons of stuff going on behind the scenes. I don't want anyone to think that we're just kind of waiting around for this pandemic to end, Kirkman said. I would say that if anything, the pandemic is going to make a lot of movies better. I think the Rick Grimes movie, chief among them, just because we're getting a lot more time to cook this thing and make sure it's perfect. But when things do quiet down, you guys are going to hear a ton more about this movie. So that is the latest word about the movies, guys. From Skybound, and from Robert Kirkman himself. The movies are going to happen. It's a done deal, signed, sealed. They're waiting for things to calm down, for things to be safe. And, Andrew Lincoln is ready to go. They're, I guess, finalizing the script. And hopefully they'll start filming sometime in the next 6 months. Hopefully. Nargis on Facebook says, I missed them. AZ Gamer is with us. Hey, AZ. CC Wheezy writes, I agree with that. Extra time will make the first movie be a classic. I do too. I really do. And that's why they delayed World Beyond, which is, that's been done filming and ready to go for a while. World Beyond has to be released relatively close to the movies because, as I've stated before on this show, it's going to be a big lead-in into the Rick Grimes movies. So, guys, don't skip World Beyond. If you're a Rick Grimes fan and you don't want to be lost once the movies do come out, you're going to have to watch World Beyond. AZ Gamer on YouTube. AZ Gamer YT writes, really miss Rick a lot. Evelyn says, me too. We all miss Rick. So, you know what? Let's get started with our topic. This is going to be a fun one tonight, okay? Now, remember, we are doing the most, misunderstood characters on The Walking Dead. So I've created a series of slides, two characters on each slide. And I'm going to leave it up to you guys. I'll, of course, share my opinion as well. But I'm going to leave it up to you guys, and I want to hear your opinions, okay? And some of these are no-brainers, like I said. Some of them are kind of, you really got to think about it. So let's start with the first one. And the first one up is Andrea and Merle. Out of Andrea and Merle, who do you guys think is the most misunderstood? Now, for me, I have my pick. My pick is Andrea. Merle was a prick. Not really much to misunderstand. Now, I know Andrea is not a big fan favorite. I was more indifferent to her. Andrew says they're both bad, though. Agree. But that's not the question. The question is, which of the two are the most misunderstood? Evelyn Elizabeth agrees with Andrea. William Matt on Instagram says Andrea. Cece says Andrea. Depp is giving us a smiley love face. Andrew also says Andrea. Stuart Truthy says Andrea. Okay. Now let me ask you this question. Between these two characters, which one did you guys like the most? Merle or Andrea? And when I say like, not like you want to go share a beer with. Like as a character on the show, you found him as an interesting character. Merle or Andrea? For me, that's a toughie between these two. CC Wheezy writes Andrea. Stuart on Instagram writes, CC Wheezy says Merle. Stuart Truthy writes Andrea. Summer says Merle on YouTube. Hard Production says Merle. Kimberly Smith writes Andrea. Summer Andrea. Yeah, I'll go with Andrea too. I didn't like Merle. He was a prick. You just wanted to slap the shit out of him. I definitely think he was a prick. Alright, so let's go on to the second slide. Okay? Now, this one's kind of difficult too. Let's see what you guys think. Eugene or Gabriel? Okay? Eugene and Gabriel, they've both gone through big arcs. Gabriel more than Eugene. Eugene has come some ways, but in a lot of ways, Eugene is still, he has grown, but he has not really changed all that much. So let's see. Summer writes, no, wait. Andrew says Eugene is way more misunderstood. Hard Production writes Eugene. Bilal writes Eugene. Summer, Eugene, and I liked him better than Gabe. CC Wheezy says Eugene. Evelyn says Gabriel. For me, I'm more split. Remember, guys, you guys are probably making your picks based on the Gabriel that we know now. Remember, Gabriel has had a really rocky road. You know, he was a weasel. He still joined the group. And then he tried to turn on them to Deanna once they got to Alexandria, calling Rick Satan. I mean, he definitely did not mince his words. He went to Deanna and said, "You've let Satan into your walls." But all in all, as far as being misunderstood, I would agree with you guys. Eugene is probably the most misunderstood. Gabriel, in the beginning, was kind of very easy to read. Okay? He was a coward. He let all those people die outside his church. Eugene, doesn't have the best track record either. He lied to Abraham and basically admitted that, hey, I'm going to stick with the group that has the better chance of keeping me alive. But at the end of the Savior War, Eugene was the hero. I mean, who guessed that? Who really thought that it would be Eugene that won the war for the communities over the saviors? So overall, my answer is Eugene as well. I think he's just slightly more misunderstood than Gabriel. Now, the next question is, who do you guys actually like more? Eugene or Gabriel? Well, again, not to go out and have a beer with, or a drink or dinner or whatever, but as the character on the show. Who do you guys like better, Eugene or Gabriel? Andrew says 1000% Eugene. Hard Production writes Eugene. Evelyn on Instagram, Eugene. Evelyn also writes, okay, now that you say that, I agree with Eugene. William on Instagram writes Eugene. CC Eugene. Eugene. So you guys like Eugene better. You know what? If I had to pick, I'm going to go with Gabriel. I know that's going against the crowd here, but I think I like Gabriel better than Eugene. Like I said, there is no right or wrong answers. These are all our own opinions. And for me personally, if I had to just pick between these two, I would pick Gabriel. The Gabriel now, not the Gabriel that we saw in seasons past. Hard Production writes, I like how Eugene talks. Yeah, but Hard Productions, how irritating would that get? Let's say, you're stuck with him in the same room for days at a time, and you just have to listen to that talk over and over and over again. I don't know. I think it would get irritating to me. So, I don't know. For me, it's Gabriel. Bantex is with us on Instagram. Mrs. Rick Grimes. Nerdiest Geek has joined us. Welcome, Nerdiest Geek, saying hello. 7Evie has joined us on Instagram. Hello, 7Evie. Evelyn on Instagram writes, I would actually be interested. Andrew writes, he might loosen up with a few beers. He might. God. Remember Eugene when he was drowning his sorrows in the wine when he was in the sanctuary? Because he basically knew he was betraying his friends. Libya has joined us on Facebook. Hello. We are doing well. Thank you for joining us, Libya, on Facebook. Hope you're doing well too. So, all right, let's move on to the next one, guys. The next one is... Oh, this is going to be tough. All right? This is going to be a tough one. Rosita or Sasha? Who is the most misunderstood? Rosita or Sasha? This is going to be a tough one. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this one. City Star, we won't know the finale date till Friday. That's when we're going to find out. City Star on Instagram. So come on, guys. Fess up. Who is the most misunderstood character between Rosita and Sasha? For me, misunderstood. Andrew says, I don't actually think either of them are misunderstood. Heart Production says Sasha. CC Wheezy says Rosita. iCruiser also says Rosita. Naveen says Rosita. And you know what? Summer writes, that's tough, but I'm going to go with Sasha. I'm going to go with Rosita. And I want to elaborate a little more on these two. Rosita has really had some shitty luck on this show. She lost Siddiq. She's more than likely going to lose Gabriel here in the finale. She has Coco. But I've always complained on this show on how Rosita has always been a background player. And I think she deserves to have a good storyline where she's kind of front and center. Eugene got one with the whole Stephanie thing, and leading into the Commonwealth. But I would like to see Rosita get a bigger story, where she plays more of an active role. Bilal writes Rosita. Montador on YouTube writes Rosita. So yeah, I'm with you guys on that one. I think Rosita is misunderstood. Ricky on Instagram is waving at us. Hello, Ricky. CC Wheezy on Instagram writes, I don't know Rosita's backstory, what she has been through. Nobody does. We don't know that much about Rosita before all this. With the other ones, we've got flashbacks. With Abraham, we got a flashback. How he was about to kill himself when Eugene came up running to him and gave him a new purpose in his life. But Rosita, I don't know what she was like. I don't know what she was, what she was like before the apocalypse. And that's what I'm talking about. I'd like to see more information on Rosita. Now, the next question. Who do you guys like more? This is an even tougher question. Between Rosita and Sasha, who do you guys actually like better? And this is a very tough question. They're both great characters. What do you guys have to say on that one? Andrew Valentine writes, she should have more of a storyline. City Star, one last question. Will Connie die? Well, obviously we don't know the answer to that, but I hope not. CC Wheezy writes, Sasha was fearless. Yes, but so is Rosita. Two very tough women. That's why I put them next to each other, because it's a tough choice. Kimberly writes she likes Sasha more. Andrew prefers Rosita. Summer prefers Sasha. Sandra Carroll on Instagram writes Sasha. Naveen on Instagram, Sasha. Andrew says Rosita. There's no right or wrong answer. For me, who do I like more? I can't pick. I really can't. I love them both. And I can honestly say that I kind of love them both equally. But if I had to pick, it's unfair that I can say I like them both equally. But if I had to pick, if I absolutely had to pick, I probably would go with Sasha. By a very slim margin. Very, very slim margin. Kelly is with us on YouTube. Welcome, Kelly. Montador says, I like Rosita more. Money904 on Instagram writes Sasha. Ricky writes Rosita. Sandra writes Sasha was very strong. She was. All right, let's go back on. Let's go to the next image. YMMIJ's just joined us on Instagram. Well, welcome, Y. Okay, next two people on the list. Oh, let's see what you guys think about this, okay? Now remember, the main question is misunderstood characters, okay? That's the main question we're talking about tonight. With that being said, Daryl or Carol? For me, this is a clear-cut answer as being the most misunderstood. You know, I'll reveal my answer once some of your answers start coming in. Kelly loves our stream. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. City Star on Instagram writes, sorry for asking about Connie. Don't know if she would live or not. We don't know. We don't know. Deborah is with us on Instagram. Hello, Deborah. So, Money, first answer to come in on Instagram. I'm sorry, they're coming in at the same time on YouTube and Instagram. Money writes, Carol, most misunderstood. Stuart, Carol. Black Beauty, Carol. Cece, Carol. Andrew, Valentine, Carol. Evelyn, Carol. Yeah, for me, this was a no-brainer. Same thing on YouTube. Montador, Carol. Summer, Carol. Andrew, Carol. Carol for Hard Productions. Bilal. Carol across the board. That part was a no-brainer. Carol is more misunderstood than Daryl. Now, of course, the hard question. Who do you like more? Now, let's, Summer, this is Summer on YouTube. This is directed towards you. When I say like more, we're not judging their looks, Summer. So, Summer, this is about, overall character and which one do you like more? Do you like Daryl more, or are you a Carol fan? Black Beauty is saying Daryl. Sandra, Daryl. Money on Instagram, Daryl. Ricky, Daryl. Evelyn, Daryl. Daryl on YouTube as well. Hard Production saying it's hard to pick. Also says Daryl, 98%. Bilal says Daryl. Kelly on YouTube says Daryl loves Daryl. Montador says Daryl. Yeah, I'm in agreement on that one too. I love Carol, but, Daryl is so damn unique. You know what I mean? And if I was asking the question on who you'd want to have as a traveling companion, I would think Carol would be just bad luck, having her as a travel companion in the apocalypse. As far as protecting you and being a great-ass fighter, I think these two are equal. I really do. I think Daryl and Carol are just as equally good in defense. No doubt about that. Some of you may prefer one more than the other, but for me, these two are on an equal playing field when it comes to fighting skills. Black Beauty definitely agrees on Instagram. Evelyn also agrees. Andrew Valentine writes, that's a tough question on which one Andrew likes more, but he would have to go with Daryl. Yeah, I think we're all in agreement on that one. Diva is with us on Instagram and waving at us. Welcome, Diva. We have time. I have 2 more slides after this. So basically 4 more characters. Now, on this next one, guys, again, I just have to keep reminding you. The question is most misunderstood character. Here's the next one. Rick or Shane? Most misunderstood. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Diva is from India. Welcome, Diva. Thank you for joining us. Hard Production writes Shane, Andrew Shane, Bilal Shane. Maria Soledad is late. No, that's no problem, Maria. We're glad you made it. Thank you for joining us on Facebook, Maria. Montador says Rick is most misunderstood. Evelyn Shane, Yohari Shane, Money 904 is saying Shane. You see, I'm going to go with Montador on this one. Summer. I think Rick. So far, it's only me, Montador, and Summer who have picked Rick. But I think Rick is the most misunderstood. I really, really do. And to elaborate that some more, how many, first of all, he's the leader of the group. He always has been. Everybody always looked to him for guidance. And we all know when you're a leader of something, no matter what decisions you make, you're going to get criticized. And the whole, armchair quarterback thing, second guessed, questioned, whatever you want to call it. But a lot of people on the show, a lot of the other characters, I personally feel never really understood Rick's motivations. And to be fair to the other characters, Rick's intentions did swing a lot. And I'll give you a perfect example. How many times on the show have we heard Rick Grimes say, "Now I know better," or "Now I understand"? A lot. Okay? When he approaches Maggie at the hilltop after he finally decides to start fighting the saviors. And he's like, "Now I get it. Now I get it." And that was not the first and only time he said that. And Andrew Valentine says, "I can see your point." Diva says, "Exactly." So that's why I think Rick is more misunderstood. A lot of the people, look at Carol. For the first 2 seasons, she was goading Daryl in all of season 2, telling him, "Why are you following this guy?" It took 3 seasons for Carol to start understanding Rick and what his motivations were and so on. Evelyn writes, "True." Diva writes, "Yep, that's true." Now, Shane, on the other hand, Shane was great until Rick came back. Shane was happy as a clam. He got Lori, he got Carl. He was the leader of the camp group. He's a kind of personality that cherishes power. Not really a whole bunch of mystery there. His intentions were always right there. Then Rick comes along, and I'm sure he was happy to see that he was alive, mostly. But then, he broke bad. He basically broke bad after that. And like I said, Shane is not really that much of a mystery to me. He loved having the power. Rick came along, and then, people started turning towards Rick. Rick also stepped into the role as well. Shane didn't like it. Shane did not agree with anything Rick did in season 2. And it brought out the worst in him. So as far as I go, I think Rick is the most misunderstood. Hard Productions on YouTube writes, "If Shane would have killed Rick, I think he would have made it a long time. He had what it took to survive." He did. He had the fighting skills to survive. Shane was a better fighter, but I don't think he had the smarts of Rick Grimes. I think Rick Grimes was a lot smarter, and Andrew on Instagram hit the nail on the head where he says Shane was a hothead. He was. He made his decisions based on emotions. Rick thought things through, minus the whole, "Hey, we'll go kill this whole savior group to Gregory in exchange for half your food." Yeah, minus that decision, which was absolutely the most horrendous decision he ever made. But, we're running out of time. For me, I know the next question is going to go by very quick. As far as liking between the two, between Rick and Shane, who do you guys like more? If I see anybody that answers that they like Shane more than Rick, I'll be utterly surprised. So, I'll be utterly surprised. So if there is anybody out there that actually does like Shane better than Rick, step up. I'd love to see it. But yeah, Rick is it's Rick. Not a big surprise there. Rick is the fan favorite. Absolutely. He's my fan favorite as well. I love Shane's character, but yeah, I'm a Rick fan. All right, let's go on to our final slide. Okay, and this is kind of difficult too. Okay, but so let me bring it up. Morgan or Maggie? Who's most misunderstood between Morgan and Maggie? All right, let me hear you guys' answer. Most misunderstood. We only got about 2.5 minutes left. Montador writes Morgan. Let's get some more answers coming in here. Who is the most misunderstood? A lot of people are thinking about this. Summer writes Morgan. Bilal writes Morgan. Morgan. Do we have any Maggie people out there that think she's a little misunderstood? Or do you think she's pretty easy to read? By the way, I agree with you. It's Morgan. I definitely agree with you that it's Morgan that's the most misunderstood. Does anybody feel that Maggie? Tristan, T1RT says probably Maggie, right? Well, this is your opinion, Tristan. It's not a right or wrong answer. There is no right or wrong answers. It's who do you guys feel is the most misunderstood? Gamer wants to know, is Rick going to be on The Walking Dead? Wow, Gamer. Between yesterday and today, you just don't like the answer that Rick is not coming back to the TV show. No, Rick is not going to be on World Beyond. Andrew Valentine, 712, writes, Maggie was easier to read. Absolutely. All right, we got a minute left, guys. I want to hear your answer. Who do you like more? Morgan or Maggie? This is a kind of a tougher question. All right. Who do you like more on The Walking Dead? We have a minute. We have less than a minute. Venomous wants to know by misunderstood. What are their intentions? People just don't understand them. They don't understand what drives them. They don't understand what their motivations are. That's what I mean by misunderstood. Diva says, I like Maggie. Ricky, Maggie. Diva, obviously Maggie. Carlisle on Facebook. Welcome, Carlisle. May I know your name? My name is Viz. Welcome, Carlisle, to our broadcast. Ahmed says, I didn't like Morgan's character. He was boring. So you're Maggie. You picked Maggie. Sorry. Montador on YouTube. Maggie. Hard Productions. Morgan. I never liked Maggie. Bilal. Maggie. Kimberly. Morgan more. Ahmed, as man, I think Ahmed is trying to say, as a man, I like Maggie more. We're not taking looks into consideration here, guys, but I understand what you're saying, Ahmed. Maria, Maggie, Elaine on Instagram is giving us a smiley love face. All right. Diva says Lauren Cohen. Lauren Cohen is awesome. Evelyn, Morgan, but that's my opinion. Who do I like more? God. Morgan. I like Morgan more. It's a hard choice. But guys, we are out of time. This has been a fun hour. I don't know how it was going to go with tonight's topic. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I really did. Guys, if you want more information, go to deadtalklive.com. Please visit our YouTube channel, which is called Walking Dead Now, and please subscribe. We're on every night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Till tomorrow, guys, stay walking.